Hello! How is everybody today? Welcome to Life on Lombok. My name is Leilika and I'm a Canadian expat living on Lombok Island, Indonesia. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much and thank you for joining us again this week. If you're new to our channel, welcome! We hope that you will check out some other videos and join us. For our active subscribers, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking the time to be with us every week and giving us a like, and for all your wonderful, positive, supportive, and encouraging messages, comments. We love reading them and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. The birds sound so nice right now. Anyway, in today's video, I want to share with you how much we spend in 1 month. Now, we're living in central Lombok. We're not living in a city or the tourist areas, so the cost of living is cheaper. So this is just our approximation of how much we spend based on 1 month's calculations. And Indonesia is a really inexpensive country to live in. I've been here 3 years now and I haven't been working. I'm living off of my savings, and we had bought some land. We were going to live in the jungle, but Sadri wasn't happy there. It was really remote and he was afraid. So we have sold that land and we're living off of that money. So our way of life is very simple. We don't have a lot of expenses, and we don't rent. We are building our own home, still in the process of that. And so yeah, we don't spend a lot of money, and our money is able to go far here. My country, Canada, is a rich country, but the cost of living is very high. And I can no longer afford to live in my own country, so I just stay here. Indonesia is a very inexpensive country for me. So I'm just going to convert the Indonesian rupiah to the Canadian dollar, because that's my country. So 10,000 rupiah, 10,000, equals 88 cents Canadian. Electricity in Indonesia is so cheap. So cheap. That's our electric box. And for 1 month, we pay 50,000 rupiah, which is $4.35 Canadian. For 1 month. It's so cheap. We don't have lights on in the day, obviously. And so we don't use a lot of electricity, just at night. But we do keep our outdoor lights on in the gazebo and the corners of the house. At night we keep those lights on, and other than that we just have our refrigerator is going all the time, and I plug in a computer. But yeah, we're not using a lot of electricity, and yeah, for me it's just like, wow, it's so cheap here. This is our electric meter. And when we need electricity, it makes this sound. Has the red light flashing to indicate we're almost out of electricity. For cooking, we are just using a 2-burner cook stove, and it's propane gas. We only use 1 tank for 1 month, and the price is 20,000 rupiah. So it lasts a long time. We can just come into this little store in the village and buy the propane in here. I just want to give you an example of what I bought today. So some people come to the village with their motorbike and they sell vegetables, meat, fish, tempeh tahu, you know, many different things. So example, I bought two packets of tempeh, and 6 pieces of tofu. I said tahu, but it's, yeah, in English, tofu. 10,000 rupiah. 2 corn, green vegetables, 2 bags of soup. It has the vegetables in it, and yeah, just add water. Pumpkin, and a bag of tomatoes. And all of that was 10,000. So today, for all this food, I spent 20,000 rupiah. Yeah, you can get a lot of food for a little money. Yeah, so the tempeh, 2 pieces is 5,000. Same 6 pieces of tofu is 5,000. And I think Indonesian people will be really surprised about how much tempeh and tofu cost in Canada. So tempeh is an Indonesian food, and we import it to Canada. And for 1 piece, it's around $3.50 Canadian, and it can be more. So that's 39,900 rupiah. For tofu, tahu, it's around $2.50 Canadian, which is 28,500 rupiah. Sangat mahal di Canada. So yeah, in here, I can get 2 pieces of tempeh for 44 cents Canadian. That's 22 cents each. And same with the tofu. That's 22 cents. So cheap. And I eat tempeh and tofu all the time, almost every day. I love it. Okay, let me just give you a few examples of some food that I buy if I go to the city or tourist area that I can't find here in central Lombok. And I'm just going there 1 time a month to stock up on these things. So this is brown organic rice, and I'm not eating so much white rice. In Canada, I never buy white rice. I'm never making it at home. I only eat it if I go to a Chinese restaurant or Indian restaurant. But yeah, this is the healthier choice. So organic brown rice is 28,000 rupiah. Oatmeal. I eat this most mornings for breakfast, and it's 28,000 rupiah. This is a multigrain soya milk, and it's 30,000 rupiah. And peanut butter, my favorite. I was so happy to find peanut butter here. And I like to eat it on toast or sandwiches with peanut butter and banana. Yeah, so good. Delicious. So for 1 of these, it's 35,000 rupiah. Mwah. Enak. We buy the water jugs at the store, and it's 19 liters. And for 1 jug, the price is 20,000 rupiah. So for 1 month, we bought 6, and the price would be 120,000 rupiah. And not everybody is buying the water jugs. Most people in the village are just drinking the water from their tap in their homes. But our water is coming from the pond. And like through a pipe, and no, I don't trust that I won't get parasites or diarrhea or something like that. So yeah, I'm drinking fresh, clean water, and yeah, so for 2 people, we use about 6-7 jugs a month. Coffee! We use 2 packets of coffee a month, but not for us. We don't drink coffee in the home. It's just for when company comes to our house.
Also with sugar.
And the price is
What? 1 month. 6,000.
6,000. And sugar. We don't use a full sugar in 1 month, so maybe less than half. So say about 4,000. Yeah. Again, we're not using sugar in the house, just for when people come. Company comes for coffee or tea. For 1 month, we spent 589,000 rupiah for food. That's not including getting the takeaway or going to a restaurant. That's just for buying food to cook here in the house. And it's including snacks and coffee, tea, everything like that. 589,000 rupiah for 1 month. And it's such a difference from here and from what I spend in Canada. I spend a lot of money on food in Canada. Food is really cheap here. Sometimes we get lazy about cooking, and my husband Sadri, he does work 3 days a week, and he gets home late, so he'll often bring takeaway home. And if we go to the city, we always eat at a restaurant, something nice. So often we do go out to get street food. And so for 1 month, we spent 319,300 rupiah. And yeah, it differs per month, but for this video, that's what we spent. We use 1 bag of laundry detergent for a month, and the price is 26,000 rupiah. And when you buy this, you get a free plate with it. Yay. 1 bag of dish soap, 5,000 rupiah. Toiletries for the month. I use this baby soap actually because I have sensitive skin. That's 4,500 rupiah. Sadri soap is 3,000. And toothpaste, 8,500. Pay for parking. It's 2,000 rupiah. Yeah, so if we fill the tank, it's 40,000 rupiah, around that for full. But yeah, so I just calculated when I went out with him this for that month, and just 3 times. I didn't go out so much, and so I spent 111,000.
But this month.
111,000 rupiah for 1 month.
Yeah,
And then,
because we're not going so much for this month.
yeah, so that will depend, but yeah, just to give people an idea, it's 40,000 to fill the tank. And then every month we had to get the black oil for the motorbike.
Yes, every month. Yeah, we must change.
Yeah, 50,000 rupiah. And then we usually have a problem with the tire every month. We have to either get the air in the tire or buy a new tire.
Right.
And so the problem we had for this month was
We change the tire.
change the tire, 50,000 rupiah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for this month, we were calculating we spent 100,000 on motorbike expenses. But yeah, that differs too, because there can be all kinds of different problems with the motorbike.
Yeah.
So yeah. We always have many problems with the motorbike. Cat food. How much do you eat in 1 month, Manalika? Eh? How much are you eating? Okay, cat food. Our cat Manalika. eats one bag of this hard food every month. It's 35,000 rupiah, and she eats some Whiskas packets, and sometimes we buy her fish. So for 1 month, we paid 170,000 rupiah. For internet, I'm just using this modem here for my computer. And it just sticks into the side. So how does the internet work here? I've been using this ever since I've come to Indonesia. And there's a little card inside. And we just go to the store and we can put money on it. And for 1 month, I normally pay around 100,000, 105,000 rupiah. But we're going to try something different this week. We're going to get the internet in the home. And we're just waiting for some men to come and install a bigger modem on our wall, and the cable will run up to our neighbor, and his cable runs to the road. So we're going to connect through him, and you just pay a one-time fee of 300,000 for the installation and for the modem, and then it only costs 50,000 rupiah per month. It's really cheap. And instead of going to the store every month to buy a new card, someone will come here to our house and just collect the money. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, I think that'll be easier. And yeah, and it's so reasonable. It's really cheap. So this card here that I use for the internet, my computer, I can actually also use for my mobile phone. It's the same kind of card, and you go to the same store and you can just put money on this number on this card. So for 1 month for my mobile phone, I pay 70,000 rupiah. I keep saying that everything is so cheap because it is. It really is inexpensive to live in Indonesia. I get 2 massages a month, and a woman from a nearby village comes here to our home, or she comes to our sister's house, and for a 1-hour massage, it's 50,000 rupiah. Can you believe that? Oh my God. I am a retired massage therapist, and I've worked in spas, I've worked in a resort. The price for 1 hour there was $125 Canadian. When I worked for myself, I was charging $60 Canadian an hour. And then you get tips. I was living off of my tips. And in Indonesia, there's no tipping. But if you go to a spa, yeah, leave them a tip, because most people in Indonesia just get a salary one time a month, and so they're waiting for that money. So if they had a little something each day, that would be really nice. So we have our monthly expenses, money that goes out every month for the same things, and then we have extras, and that differs each month depending on what we're buying, what we're spending money on. Like maybe we want to buy, you know, some clothes, or we have a problem with the motorbike, you know, having to pay insurance on the motorbike. You know, that's not something we're paying every month. So for the purpose of this video, keeping track for 1 month, for extras, we spent 656,000 rupiah. And also we're building a house, so, you know, cement, paint, wood, this kind of thing. Yeah, that's just, it's going under extras. Okay, are you ready for the results? How much money did we spend in 1 month here on Lombok Island, Indonesia? Just for our basic needs, what we usually buy every month, came to 1,680,081 rupiah, plus the extras. The extras were 656,000 rupiah. Put that together with the monthly basic needs, comes to 2,336,081 rupiah, which is $206.40 Canadian. I think my family and my friends will have a big surprise learning how much we spend here for 1 month. Because yes, the salary is better in Canada. Most people are getting an hourly wage. They make good money, but the cost of living is high. So yeah, food is expensive in Canada. There's many things that are more expensive in Canada. And so yeah, it's extremely cheap to live here. And that, my friends, is how I can live here for 3 years without working. Yeah, so I hope, my friends, you found this video interesting. I know I found it interesting for me because I never keep track of how much money I spend and how much is going out for what exactly. So yeah, it was interesting for me to write it all down and then calculate it at the end of the month and see, yeah, just how inexpensive it really is to live here on Lombok Island, Indonesia. And yeah, so thanks for joining. This is a great place to live, great place to retire to, great place to travel to, because it is very inexpensive for foreigners. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Love from Lombok.